Yeah, a real curve. I mean, I felt like, you know, Diddley was in my mind, but I felt like a curveball jungler would make some sense here for Lian, because obviously, if he's willing to let jungle go to second rotation, he clearly had something up his sleeve.
Yeah, he clearly had an answer here for it as well. Adam now trying to figure out the last one. I was just about to say,
dude,
I
love
would
this.
love the Trinimir. The dive potential you have, even onto something like a Kennen, would be insane. But no, they're going to go slightly safe. Forget the 2 Yordles. I still think Nara's fantastic. It still does what you want it to do, just not as aggressively as a Trinimir.
I mean, I think something, because we see so many comps that are so heavily indexed into team fighting, that this is a composition that really, as much as LeBlanc is fine in the side lane, right?
I was gonna say, the thing about Paranoia, as a name of an ability goes, it's pretty on point. Like, it is literally does exactly what it says on the tin. It's like, it gives the rest of a team Paranoia. The amount of times you've been in game and you've just been like, you know, Paranoia gets popped, and you're against the Nocturne, like, where is it? Is it us? What's going on? I was gonna talk myself into a hole as Strive will take an unfavorable trade there into Fofo. They do have the volley bear up on the top side. He's going to find himself now behind enemy lines. Here we go. He's going to flash in, but force the flash away. Wei is going to be speared, but not before he can get the damage. Crisp comes in to get the kill, and that's going to be first blood over to BLG.
It's a little bit overzealous, right? That's the thing with LeBlanc. You have such good setup, and I think there it was kind of Lian keeps going.
BLG, they recognize as Crisp. You need to be a bit careful there, buddy. You are going to take a lot of unfavorable trading, but the Chakrams there. We will see now top lane trading back, and this is the scaling you were talking about. Nara going to be very happy to take these trades all day, every day. Gets to slice the Maelstrom, and that's a much bigger cooldown than it is on the Mega Nars. We see now Strive going in with the Realm Warp, gets himself over the wall, and now Breathe in a little bit of trouble. Cube actually was tanking the tower. Strive trying to see if he can get on front, not quite able to get him. No, and that's not going to be enough though. Breathe tried so hard, but both globals using the top side. Now we might see after the Paranoia has been used and the darkness has faded, iBoy will take a hell of a lot of damage as he backs himself away, but at the end of it all, Breathe will lose a significant amount of farm and his life on that top side.
Yeah, no TP as well, so should be plates for Cube. This is the sort of play we want to see. What would Lian get from his first ultimate? They go to the same spot, they manage to see the kill. Yes.
And this is what we've seen from RA most of the split. It's focusing on that top side. It's getting Cube into a much more favorable matchup as Strive. He has got Merc Tread, so he should be fine. As I said, they turn off the tower so they can just dive him in the 2v2. This is deja vu.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it's so easy for Fofo. Just dash forward, you land the chain, and at that point, Strive is just dead. Merc Treads, it doesn't really matter. Advantage as well. But it's not super significant, right? And I think RA is still kind of okay with that one. But they are also going to forfeit the Dragon on the bot side, so it's kind of a double whammy there.
Yeah, you lose out in the tower. That's going to be about a 1,500 gold lead. You get the second Drake over to the side of BLG. They get themselves on the board with that. It's going to be an thing. And that doesn't happen unless that revive comes in, unless you have like multi-man Renata.
Yeah, and that was fun, but it was regular season, and now we're in playoffs. I'm glad it's gone.
Well, we are going to see now them trying to get on top of Cube. Easy as you like. Just jump on top of him. The slice of the Maelstrom does enough damage to keep him down, and that is going to be another kill going off. So RA starting to fall behind a lot more now. We're seeing BLG.
It has that pressure that it applies. Shit.
Oh, speaking of which, they're going to go jump in. There's no slicing Maelstrom here. He flashes over to the fear. It's already there. And that's the power of the Stride Breaker. The extra little bit of CC makes it a little bit harder. And that's going to be a good trade back here now for RA. I like this from Adam. Oh, Moonlight Vigil, but it's a Tam Kench. What's going to happen? He's going to survive.
Well, there's follow-up coming in.
They're going to look for it. Yuyanja's in a little bit of trouble here, and he's almost certainly going to go down. Yep, nothing he can do there as the Rise is just not in position to be able to help him out with a Realm Warp. You do not have the Paranoia despite Lian being around, and that's just going to be another quick response here from BLG.
Forced to respond to the Herald in return.
Well, we are going to see the Mega Gnar running out for here for Cube. Very unfortunate timing. Should be able to get it back relatively swiftly as iBoy now has to get to the Barra. He healed as well. Summoner and Ultimate down. Yes, you get that turn in bot side, but you're now not without the Mega. I don't know if you can defend this tower or this dragon. I think you just kind of have to give it up. But it looks like RA are still seeing if someone does overstep. But Fofo hiding in the wings, recognizing that they're going to put a ward down. Yuyanja in a lot of trouble. The Paranoia comes in. And Wei has to get himself out. The Rift Herald will not take the tower down just yet. Doggo with the Moonlight Vigil as Fofo keeps himself safe. And Doggo gets himself a double kill. This is a big, big moment here for BLG. They gain everything and lose nothing. Cube trying to go forward with the Mega, seeing if he can make something work. Nicely done there by Cube. Salvages something in the play.
Yeah, it's a redemption, but it was still very much RA falling behind in the back of that one. Their tower survives a sliver of HP, with BLG running away, looks like they might move over. Oh, no.
Fofo, nicely done, taking out his old AD carry. Remember, this is about getting yourselves through the playoffs, and BLG, Fofo's feeling confident.
He's looking for more here.
I mean, he could be able to get it. Cube, sadly, was the one who tanked up the chain, which means they have to fully back away.
Yeah, they'll find the cannon, and that's the thing. Breathe was hanging around, so honestly, the fact that iBoy goes down, it does mean they secure the dragon, but I was so scared of them approaching and then Breathe being there with the slicing maelstrom.
Focus now as we come up to past the 20-minute.
Well, I think whether you just... Oh, I don't get a chance.
No, well, you can go back into it. His Cube is actually going to keep fighting here. He might get Mega, not quite able to get it just yet. The Paranoia comes in to try and distort, but go on. Where do you want to see them go when Cube respawns?
Well, I think whether you're playing for Dragon or Baron, either neutral, what I want to see is them pushing heavily into the enemy jungle and getting deep vision. And then you don't even play around fight, you play around pick. Mess up the pick from Fofo, and the enemy team try to dive into. That's when the cannon comes in on flank.
Oh, Leyen, he was a little bit too quick on the trigger there for the spell shield, and that's going to be him dying in this particular skirmish. He even blew his flash as well, so not a great start here, or not a great start to this, setup around the dragon. They will lose their jungler. He will be back up in time, but a little bit late. We're going to see a little bit of pressure being put down here. TV going to be coming out. That's going to be a massive flank from the cannon. We are going to see Yuyanja use the ultimate there to try and keep him alive. They don't have full vision just yet, but they are putting great work there onto Chris, but he will fall. The Ram Warp has brought everybody back in, and BLG are separated. What looked like could have been a fantastic flank for Breathe sees him use his teleport and his flash just to get away.
Yeah, I mean, it was just messy. Oh, TP.
They're going for him. They're going for him. They know they can catch him out and get rid of this turnaround, but iBoy's been left on his own. Yuyanja has to flash away. They trade back 1-for-1. It's a 2-for-1 overall as Wei now in a little bit of trouble. They'll get the knockup, but it's all between everybody. They won't get it just yet. It's Doggo and Fofo are ripping RA apart. Nowhere for you to go, Cube. You're going to end up falling eventually. As he flashes in, Fofo not quite able to get the chain to land. But what started off so brightly for RA ends in disaster. BLG cleaning up 5 for 2.
And they go for that deep flank with the cannon. They try for the angle on the approach. Looks like they might start up the Baron, but RA have vision of this.
This is also spreading yourself very thin, as we can see now. Cube is going to find himself against two people, misses the ultimate completely, and he will be taken by Fofo, and that's another little pick. I feel like it's just, again, little things like that where you're so...
To kick this off, and Cube TP is a while away with his respawn.
Yeah, 20 seconds, and we're going to see, actually, no, BLG just want the fight. They're going to pop out the Paranoia to try and just dissuade everyone from going onto Yuyanja. There's the quickness coming out. They're going to try and take him down. He's very tanky on this Tam Kench. You've invested a lot, but Fofo finds the backside. Eventually, they get the Tam Kench to get the Devourer out, but 2 kills over to Doggo. He now has 8 in the game. And BLG just playing with their food.
Yeah, but I love the setup, right? You start Baron, and then you look for the engage at the back of it. Now, I don't think they necessarily have... the fact that Cube is now respawned means he can actually come in, but I just don't think they have the power to fight here. No Paranoia as well from Lian really makes things difficult.
It makes it so difficult. And Fofo is just playing bouncer right now, just keeping everybody away. And while that's been happening, you got Wei, Doggo, and Breed just saying, cool, we'll get ready on a flank. He's already in a position where he can just wreak havoc. They have no idea. Now they do, but they're going to jump straight on top of him. Lian takes a lot of damage onto him. He's probably going to be able to take down this cannon, though, because he had got the Hex Drinker, and it's a fight on 2 fronts. Lian's going to keep following forward. The Dustbringer not quite there, though, just yet, as Fofo has finally joined. Delete Yuyanja, and the rest of RA have to back themselves away. There's nowhere for them to go. We're going to see a TP on top side from Strive. Soul goes over to BLG.
Yeah, I mean, just nothing they can do. I like the concept. This is kind of what I was talking about, the fact that you can jump on those flankers with the Nocturne, but one, this Nocturne's pretty weak, and on top of that, he also missed his second Q, the follow-up. Just didn't quite have enough damage to finish up Breathe, and even you can see Doggo with Wei and Crisp in tow, just pushing into this, basically the nexus of the next few seconds, because he is just going to shred these turrets. These objectives are going to go down. Lian has the Paranoia, but what are you going to do with it? You don't have any damage. You don't have anyone to really follow up. And speaking of damage, you can see iBoy almost goes down. Yuyanja trying to keep his AD carry alive, but Doggo with 2 more kills. They will get the cannon on the backside of this, but they can just end the game. Yeah, they can just push up, and Cuba's mega, but he can't even get in range because of Fofo.
Can't get in range. Strive's trying to see if he can do something here. He's trying to go in with Cube by flashing in to flash. flash away. Cube was the last respite, and he shall fall. Leyen trying to see if he can keep Strive alive, but he shall not. And BLG will go up to match point 2-1 over RA in this series.
And with a really convincing performance, Breathe kind of left to dry.